I gotta do something to get my fingers loose here. I encourage singing along. I'll just sing what I'm playing. There ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe. It don't matter anyhow. And there ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe, if you don't know by now. When the rooster crows at the break of dawn, look out of your window and I'll be gone. You're the reason I'm traveling on, so don't think twice, it's alright. There ain't no use in turning on your light, babe. That light I never know. And there ain't no use in turning on your light, babe. I'm on the dark side of the road. Still I wish there was something you would do or say to try and make me change my mind and stay. We never did too much talking anyway, so don't think twice, it's alright. I'm walking down that long, lonesome road, babe, where I'm bound, for I can tell. But goodbye is too good a word, gal, so I'll just say fare thee well. Now I ain't saying you treated me unkind, you could have done better, but I don't mind. You just sort of wasted my precious time, so don't think twice, it's alright. There ain't no use in calling out my name, gal, like you never did before. And there ain't no use in calling out my name, gal, I can't hear you anymore. I'm a-thinking and a-wondering all the way down the road. I once loved a woman, a child, I'm told. I gave her my heart, but she wanted my soul. So don't think twice, it's alright. Don't think twice. There we go, little Bob Dylan. All right. So I'm going to do this tune by one of our favorites. I'm sure he's not watching. Maybe he'll tune in tomorrow or another time. Tony Barrett. Tony Barrett in the UK. We love Tony.
We do.
He's a terrific performer.
We do.
And he did this song one time, and I loved it, and I asked if I could do it, and he said I could. It's called Devil in Disguise. Met the devil in disguise the other day. He said, I'm gonna take your mind away if you let him. That's just what he'll do. Get caught caught in the spiral going down fast, thinking every sane moment your last, wondering how you got a part in the cast, and why did he choose you? Oh, but you were a savior and you saved me. Let me be what I wanted to be, like a king in a castle or a minstrel with a newfound song. If my head should stray into the clouds, I'm there to put my feet on the ground. Can't remember a time you weren't around, or a time that I didn't belong. Of all the roads I've traveled on to slip beneath my feet, all the seas and all the oceans should spill out across the land, it would still be worth all the time and the trouble getting back to you. Loving you has been so easy. Loving you has been so easy. Loving you has been so easy all the time. I spend too much time with no hopers, sad and lonely, the clowns and the jokers. In the end, the city gets through to you. The devil in disguise is everywhere, handing out trouble like festive fare. He's making sure you get your share, and a little bit of suffering too. So everywhere I am, it's you that I'm counting. The deepest valley or the highest mountain, a million miles will never seem too much for me. Staying too long is never pleasing. I only need a tenth of a reason to make up my mind. I should be leaving and getting back home to you. Of all the roads I've traveled on to slip beneath my feet, all the seas and all the oceans should spill out across the land, it would still be worth all the time and the trouble getting back to you. Loving you has been so easy. Loving you has been so easy. Loving you has been so easy all the time. For Tony Barrett. Hopefully you'll get the chance to listen to that. Took a walking past your house late last night. All the shades were pulled and drawn way down tight. From within the lights, just two silhouettes on the shade. Oh, the lovely couple they made. Put his arms around your waist, held you tight, kisses I could almost taste. In the night, wonder why I'm not the guy whose silhouettes on the shade I couldn't hide. The tears in my eyes, silhouettes, 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 oh, silhouettes, 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 lost control and rang the bell. I was sore, let me in or else I'll be down your door. When two strangers who had been two silhouettes on the shade said to my shock, you're on the wrong block. Rushed down to your house with wings on my feet, hugged it like I never loved you, my sweet. How think you and I would be two silhouettes on the shade all of our days, two silhouettes on the shade, silhouette, 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 Silhouette without a shade. The best I can do. The ship lies ragged, ship lies making ready in the harbor. Tomorrow for old England she sails, far away from your land of endless sunshine, to my land full of rainy skies and gales. And I shall be aboard that ship tomorrow, though my heart is full of tears at this farewell. For you are beautiful, and I have loved you dearly, more dearly than the spoken word can tell. For you are beautiful, and I have loved you dearly, more dearly than the spoken word can tell. There's a wicked war ablazing, and the taste of war I know so very well. Even now that I see the foreign flag raising, their guns on fire as we sailed into hell. I have no fear of death, it brings no sorrow, but how bitter will be this last farewell. For you are beautiful, and I have loved you dearly, more dearly than the spoken word can tell. For you are beautiful, and I have loved you dearly, more dearly than the spoken word can tell. Though death and darkness gather all about me, and my ship be torn apart upon the sea, I shall smell again the fragrance of these islands, and the heaving waves that bore me once to thee. Should I return safe at home again to England, I shall watch the English mist rolls through the dale. For you are beautiful, and I have loved you dearly, more dearly than the spoken word can tell. For you are beautiful, and I have loved you dearly, more dearly than the spoken word can tell. I was sitting in my hotel room, strumming my old guitar. Not much to do when you're far away and playing some smoky bar. I was feeling a little empty and feeling a little blue, when the maid came in and asked me if she could do my room. I put down my old guitar and she gave me a smile. She had a crusty voice and a drinker's look, but she had a friendly style. She dusted my room and made my bed, and she talked of the days gone by. She spoke of when she wooed the men, and a tear came to her eye. And she said, I used to be a country singer. I could sing a mean Patsy Cline. My husband, he could yodel like Wilf Carter. Kitty Wells was a real good friend of mine. Well, she told me that her husband died and her son was overseas. I could tell by her eyes and her broken smile she was lonely just like me. She asked me if I'd listen to a tape of when she was young. She said, I can't sing now, I forget the words, and my voice is almost gone. And she said, I used to be a country singer. I could sing a mean Patsy Cline. My husband, he could yodel like Wilf Carter. Kitty Wells was a real good friend of mine. Oh, I cried inside, but I couldn't tell if it was for her or for me. So I grabbed my axe and we sang a song in two-part harmony. Ever since that day when I'm feeling down and I can't find a happy tune, I just think of that maid and the feeling she gave when she came to clean my room. And she said, I used to be a country singer. I could sing a mean Patsy Cline. My husband, he could yodel like Wilf Carter. Kitty Wells was a real good friend of mine. I used to be a country singer. I could sing a mean Patsy Cline. My husband, he could yodel like Wilf Carter. Kitty Wells was a real good friend of mine. Kitty Wells was a real good friend of mine. Well, capo stays in the same place, all right. It's so nice to meet an old friend and pass the time of day and talk about the hometown a million miles away. Is the ice still in the river? Are the old folks still the same? And by the way, did she mention my name? Did she mention my name just in passing? And when the morning came, do you remember if she dropped a name or two? Is the home team still on fire? Do they still win all the games? And by the way, did she mention my name? Is the landlord still a loser? Do his signs hang in the hall? And are the young girls still as pretty in the city in the fall? Does the laughter on their faces still put the sun to shame? And by the way, did she mention my name? Did she mention my name just in passing? And when the talk ran high, did the look in her eyes seem far away? Is the old roof still leaking when the late snow turns to rain? And by the way, did she mention my name? Did she mention my name just in passing? And looking at the rain, do you remember if she dropped a name or two? Won't you say hello from someone? There'll be no need to explain. And by the way, did she mention my name? That was Did She Mention My Name, as if you couldn't guess, by Gordon Lightfoot. And the other one was I Used to Be a Country Singer by somebody who wrote the song. I don't know, I forget who it was, who wrote it, but Gordon Lightfoot covered it. I knew a painter in my younger days, a man who lived with brushes, sticks and stones. His days were filled with canvas scenes of brown and blues and meadow greens, and the world just passed on by his door. He lived but lived alone. And he'd come to town with his old wool cap pulled down, surrounded by the dogs that were his friends. At times too drunk to stand, he'd shake familiar hands and sit around the SO station till his loneliness would end. And I knew a painter in my reckless days, bristled, bearded, humble on his feet. A sympathetic, sad old elf, he knew me better than I knew myself in the last days of my boyhood, in my time upon the street. And long through the night, a faded yellow light would burn inside the room where he would stand and play the old Victrola and drink his rusty wine and conduct the Mozart music with his heart and shaking hand. But he could paint a picture and he could capture life, and no one ever felt things more than he. He was never much for roses, he'd sooner paint the thorns, 'cause he found a keener beauty there that no one else could see. Someone bought the house he lived in, painted up the room he died in, swept away the cobwebs and the dust from off the floor. The children laugh, the seasons run, young lovers roll in midnight fun, but no one loves more than the one who paints the world no more. And long through the night, a faded yellow light would burn inside the room where he would stand and play the old Victrola and drink his rusty wine and conduct the Mozart music with his heart and shaking hand. And play the old Victrola and drink his rusty wine and conduct the Mozart music with his heart and shaking hand. Old Penn was a friend of mine. He used to sit down by the square. It was kind of a local monument. You know, you'd always find him there. He never caused anybody any trouble. Town folks just passed him by. Sometimes you hear him laughing to himself, sometimes you hear him cry. Well, us kids, we used to go to him and we'd listen to his songs. Some of them were happy, and some were just plain long. He used to pick them out on his old guitar that he'd won once when he was out at sea. And I still can remember all the words that old Penn said to me. He said, "Son, now listen to me, don't you go telling no lies. Just keep it, you're deep in trouble, they'll just follow you like flies." He said, "Son, watch where you're walking and don't be afraid to lose. Put some memories in your traveling bags and miles upon your shoes. Put some memories in your traveling bag and miles upon your shoes." He said it's the miles that'll teach you about the people and the differences in their ways. But don't you walk so fast down that road that you forget about the summer days. Don't walk too fast, yet don't walk too slow, and never forget your name. Never laugh at a man when you see him down, for you may someday have to play his game. He said, son, now listen to me, don't you go telling no lies. Just get you deep in trouble, they just follow you like flies. He said, son, watch where you're walking and don't be afraid to lose. Put some memories in your traveling bag and miles upon your shoes. Put some memories in your traveling bag and miles upon your shoes. Old Penn's place is empty now. I guess he's long gone to his reward. But I can still recall his songs. I even know the chords. So as I sit here by this roadside, on my way to where I choose, I got his memory in my traveling bag and miles upon my shoes. I got his memories in my traveling bag and miles upon my shoes. He said, son, now listen to me, don't you go telling no lies. Just get you deep in trouble, they just follow you like flies. He said, son, watch where you're walking and don't be afraid to lose. Put some memories in your traveling bag and miles upon your shoes. Put some memories in your traveling bag and miles upon your shoes. This is for Rick. He likes this tune. Gordon Light. Through the woodland, through the valley, comes a horseman wild and free, tilting at the windmills passing. Who can the brave young horseman be? He is wild, but he is mellow. He is strong, but he is weak. He is cruel, but he is gentle. He is wise, but he is meek. Reaching for his saddlebag, he takes a battered book into his hand, and standing like a prophet bold, he shouts across the ocean to the shore, till he can shout no more. I have come o'er moor and mountain, like the hawk upon the wing. I was once a shining knight, who was the guardian of a king. I have searched the whole world over, looking for a place to sleep. I have seen the strong survive, and I have seen the lean grow weak. See the children of the earth who wake to find the table bare. See the gentry in the country riding off to take the air. Reaching for his saddlebag, he takes a rusty sword into his hand, and then striking up a knightly pose, he shouts across the ocean to the shore, till he can shout no more. See the jailer with his key, who locks away all trace of sin. See the judge upon the bench, who tries a case as best he can. See the wise and wicked ones, who feed upon life's sacred fire. See the soldier with his gun, who must be dead to be admired. See the man who tips the needle, see the man who buys and sells, see the man who puts the collar on the ones who dare not tell. See the drunkard in the tavern, stemming gold to make ends meet. See the youth in ghetto black, condemned to life upon the street. Reaching for his saddlebag, he takes a tarnished cross into his hand. And then standing like a preacher, now he shouts across the ocean to the shore. And then in a blaze of tangled hooves, he gallops off across the dusty plain, in vain to search again where no one will hear. Through the woodland, through the valley, comes a horseman wild and free, tilting at the windmills passing. Who can the brave young horseman be? He is wild, but he is mellow. He is strong, but he is weak. He is cruel, but he is gentle. He is wise, but he is weak. Where the earth shows its bones of wind-broken stone, and the sea and the sky are one. Caught at a tune, this over here. Caught at a tune, my blood sings with wine, and I'm running naked in the sun. There's God in the trees, I'm weak in the knees, and the sky is a painful blue. I'd like to look around, but honey, all I see is you. Now the summer city lights will soften the night till you think that the air is clear. I'm sitting with friends where 45 cents will buy another glass of beer. He's got something to say, but I'm so far away that I don't know who I'm talking to. 'Cause you just walked in the door, and honey, all I see is you. And I just want to hold you closer than I've ever held anyone before. You say you've been twice a wife and you're through with life. Ah, but honey, what the hell's it for? After 23 years, you think I could find a way to let you know somehow that I want to see your smiling face 45 years from now. So alone in the lights, on stage every night, I've been reaching out to find a friend who knows all the words, sings so she's heard, and knows how all the stories end. Maybe after the show, she'll ask me to go home with her for a drink or two. Now her smile lights her eyes, but honey, all I see is you. And I just want to hold you closer than I've ever held anyone before. You say you've been twice a wife and you're through with life. Ah, but honey, what the hell's it for? After 23 years, you think I could find a way to let you know somehow that I want to see your smiling face 45 years from now. And I just want to hold you closer than I've ever held anyone before. You say you've been twice a wife and you're through with life. Ah, but honey, what the hell's it for? After 23 years, you think I could find a way to let you know somehow that I want to see your smiling face 45 years from now. That I want to see your smiling face 45 years from now. Thank you. 45 years. It's very small, the print here. I should have bought my glasses. Thank you. In your hand. Are you going away with no word of farewell? will there be not a trace left behind? Well, I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. You know, that was the last thing on my mind. You got reason aplenty for going. This I know, this I know. For the weeds have been steadily growing. Please don't go, please don't go. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? Well, I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. You know, that was the last thing on my mind. As we walk on, my thoughts keep a tumbling round and round, round and round. Underneath our feet the subways are rumbling. Underground, underground. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? Well, I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. You know, that was the last thing on my mind. As I lie here in my bed in the morning, without you, without you. Each song in my breast dies a mourning, without you, without you. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? Well, I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. You know, that was the last thing on my mind. That was the last thing on my mind. He was stranded in some tiny town on fair Prince Edward Isle, waiting for a ship to come and find him. A one-horse place, a friendly face, some coffee and a tiny trace of fiddling in the distance far behind him. A dime across the counter, then a shy hello, a brand new friend. Walk along the street in the winter weather. A yellow light, an open door, and a welcome friend. There's room for more, and then they're standing there inside together. He said, I've heard that tune before somewhere, but I can't remember when. Was it on some other friendly shore? Did I hear it in the wind? Was it written on the sky above? I think I heard it from someone I love, but I never heard it sound so sweet since then. Now his feet begin to tap. A little boy says, I'll take your hat. He's caught up in the magic of her smile. and leaped the heart inside it went, and off across the floor he sent his clumsy body, graceful as a child. He said, there's magic in the fiddler's arms, and there's magic in this town. There's magic in the dancer's feet and the way they put them down. People smiling everywhere, boots and ribbons, locks of hair, laughter in old blue seats, suits and Easter gowns. Now the sailor's gone, the room is bare, the old piano's sitting there, and someone's hat left hanging on the rack. An empty chair, the wooden floor that feels the touch of shoes no more, waiting for the dancers to come back. And the fiddle's in the closet of some daughter of the town. The strings are broken, the bow is gone, and the cover's buttoned down. But sometimes on December nights, when the air is cold and the wind is right, there's a melody that passes through this town.
The Ballad of St. Andrea. All right. This is the right key.
Yesterday a child came out to wander, caught a dragonfly inside a jar. Fearful when the sky was full of thunder, and tearful at the falling of a star. Then the child moved 10 times round the seasons, skated over 10 clear frozen streams. Words like when you're older must appease him, and promises of someday make his dreams. And the seasons, they go round and round, the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game. 16 springs and 16 summers gone now. Cartwheels turn a car wheels through the town, and they tell him, take your time, it won't be long now, till you drag your feet to slow the circle down. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game. So the years spin by, and now the boy is 20. Those dreams have lost some grandeur, There'll be new dreams, maybe better dreams, and plenty before the last revolving year is through. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go round and round and round in the circle game. And go round and round and round in the circle game.
There we go. There you go. There you go. Let's see. What's she saying? She bad-mouthing me? I was thinking of that.
That's a song that the two of us do share.
Do that.
I do.
Blow a rainbow.
The lights in the harbor don't shine for me. I'm like a lost ship adrift on the sea of heartbreak, lost love and loneliness, memories of your caress, so divine. I wish you were mine again, my dear. I'm on a sea of tears, the sea of a heartbreak. How did I lose you? Oh, where did I fail? Why did you leave me? Always to sail the sea of a heartbreak, lost love and loneliness, memories of your caress, so divine. I wish you were mine again, my dear. I'm on a sea of tears, the sea of a heartbreak. Oh, what I'd give just to sail back to shore, back to your arms once more. Come to my rescue. Come here to me, take me and keep me away from the sea of a heartbreak, lost love and loneliness, memories of your caress, so divine. I wish you were mine again, my dear. I'm on a sea of tears, the sea of a heartbreak. The sea of a heartbreak, lost love and loneliness, memories of your caress, so divine. I wish you were mine again, my dear. I'm on a sea of tears, the sea of a heartbreak, the sea of a heartbreak, oh, the sea of a heartbreak, the sea of a heartbreak, oh, the sea of a heartbreak.
Don Gibson. Here we go.
When the rain is blowing in your face, and the whole world is on your case. I would offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When evening shadows and the stars appear, and there's no one to dry your tears, I would hold you for 1,000,000 years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met, no doubt in my mind where you belong. I'd go hungry, I'd go black and blue, I'd go crawling down the avenue. There ain't nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. The storms are raging on the rolling sea, down the highway of regret. The winds of change are blowing wild and free, but you ain't seen nothing like me yet. There ain't nothing that I wouldn't do, go to the ends of the earth for you, make you happy, make your dreams come true, to make you feel my love, to make you feel my love.
Bob Dylan, there we go.
Gorgeous. Oh,
All right, this is for Fran because I think she liked it. I asked her if she wanted me to play anything. She didn't tell me. Maybe she didn't want me to play anything. I don't know. But I think she likes this Bill Staines tune, so we'll do this. It's called Wild, Wild Heart. Fran, this is for you if you're still listening.
I was born on the seat of a semi. The wind had whistled away in my ears. Some babies go to sleep to a lullaby. Yes, and mine was the sound of the gears. I grew up with my face in a road map, and with my fingers I'd follow the lines. And now I run from the coast, and I'm gone like a ghost when you hear that old diesel whine. And now I run from the coast, and I'm gone like a ghost when I hear that old diesel whine. I've an angel overhead looking after me. She keeps away that old devil below. And old Mr. Scratch, you know he's met his match, but he still follows wherever I go. Give me a thermos full of truck stop coffee. Give me a head-to-head race with the sun. Give me a good heavy load and a clear stretch of road, and I'll let that old bulldog run. Give me a good heavy load and a clear stretch of road, and I'll let that old bulldog run. I've driven dynamite over the Rockies. I've driven cattle on the Texas plain, citrus up and down the California line, and heavy timber in the Oregon rain. Now there's snow coming off of Lake Erie. I am an hour ahead of the storm. Sometimes I think I'll get a little weary of this, but those feelings never last very long. 4 days on the road at a shaky. I'll get through Nickel before it's dark. I got no steady address, take home me Pony Express, and my gift is the wild, wild heart. I got no steady address, take home me Pony Express, and my rig is the wild, wild heart. Yes, I was born on the seat of a semi. The window whistled away in my ears. Some babies go to sleep to a lullaby. Yes, and mine was the sound of the gears. I grew up with my face in a road map, and then I took to the trail like a dart. I've got no steady address, they call me Pony Express, and my rig is the wild, wild heart. I got no steady address, they call me Pony Express, and my rig is the wild, wild heart.